Have you ever seen a pregnant woman that is looking pale and wasted? Have you ever seen a child that was born with low birth weight that is weighing less than 2.5 kilogram at birth? Do you know that UNICEF on the 6th day of March 2023 released a report that showed that in 12 countries of the world, 1.4 million nursing mothers and women were reported to be severely malnourished or acutely malnourished? Is Nigeria among those countries? Welcome. Let's talk health. Malnutrition in mothers is one aspect that we don't talk about a lot. You hear about malnutrition in children more often, severe acute malnutrition, protein, energy malnutrition, but not many remember that for a child to be well nourished, the mother also has to be well nourished. And that's why we'll be talking about this today. Malnutrition in mothers leads to what we call anemia in pregnancy, which is low blood level. And if there's anemia in pregnancy, it means the mother doesn't have enough blood. She also will not have enough nutrients that will go through the placenta to the baby. So this is one of the things that lead to low birth weight. So the baby is not getting sufficient nutrients to grow while he or she is still inside the womb. So it's born, and when you have low birth weight, the baby comes out, they are taken to the incubator, where they will be expected to grow up to the 2.5 kg at the minimum, before they could come out. And that also has a lot of implications. You see why it's very important for pregnant women to be well nourished. What are the things that could cause malnutrition in mothers, or not just pregnant women, even breastfeeding mothers? Because it's what the woman has in the body that will help the breast milk to be very well formed and have all the nutrients that it should, and not just having, the previous week we talked about the components of breast milk to be 87% water, 4% lipids or fats, 7% carbohydrates, 1% protein, and the other 1% have minerals and vitamins and all of that. So, but if a mother is not very well nourished, you could have maybe over 95% water, and you will not have most of the other important components of the breast milk that the child needs to have immunity, have antibodies that could help protect the child from different infectious diseases. So if a woman is not feeding well, eating as often as she should, that could lead to malnutrition. If micronutrients includes things like calcium, calcium helps the child, the bones to be strong and all of that. The various trace elements that is good for the body to have. Iron is very important, especially for a pregnant woman, because the body needs it to form blood. And if there's iron deficiency in a pregnant woman, then blood formation will be affected, and that could hurt the mother. Have you heard of hyperemesis gravidarum? Have you heard of that before? Don't mind me, I'm bouncing you with a medical language. It's simply the vomiting, the excessive vomiting that could occur in pregnant women, especially within the first trimester. First trimester is simply the first 13 weeks of the pregnancy. So for some pregnant women, you could see them vomiting anything they eat, they vomit and all of that. That could also lead to malnutrition in pregnancy. So, but when that is happening, of course, if you take them to a hospital, they'll be given drip, and within the drip, some things they need will be put parenterally, that's through the blood, so that they will get what they need. So if a woman is having excessive vomiting in pregnancy, it's not somebody to keep at home, because it could actually not only hurt the mother, but the baby as well. So please, we know that there's some cravings during pregnancy. The woman wants to eat this, wants to eat that. As much as possible, please make them available. But most importantly, ensure that the woman is taking the folic acid, because without folic acid, which is very essential in pregnancy, the child may come with a congenital malformation that is known as neural tube defects. So, and they also take multivitamins and all of that additional, because one thing is pregnancy causes some physiologic changes in the body, that could make some of these things, you need more of them. The way the body produces some of them might not be enough, to carry both the mother and the baby. So, and that's why during antenatal care, these medications are usually recommended. The woman begins to take it from the day she confirms that she's pregnant until the day she gives birth, and even continues that even during breastfeeding. There's no harm in doing that. So let's mothers, especially mothers that are pregnant and breastfeeding, get all the nutrients they need and take all those multivitamins, iron, folic acid during pregnancy, because they are crucial micronutrients that she needs for the baby to be well formed and minimize any risk of having congenital malformations related to that. So balanced diet is very crucial for mothers. And what will happen if mothers don't have this, especially those who are pregnant or breastfeeding? Their immunity will be low. Yes, low immunity could make them prone to infections, especially urinary tract infection can be common in pregnancy. Note that pregnancy itself has a way of lowering immunity, and if the woman doesn't feed well again, it further lowers the immunity. So it's very crucial that they feed very well. The woman may have challenges during childbirth. If the woman is breastfeeding, she might be too weak to breastfeed. Have you heard of some, when they are breastfeeding, they say, "Oh, I'm feeling dizzy," and all of that? So no woman who is feeling dizzy should be breastfeeding. She must be strong enough to be able to give the baby. So please, let's not play with the nutrition, of mothers who are breastfeeding or those who are pregnant. So I've mentioned some of the potential complications. I've mentioned the spinal bifida, which is a neural tube defect from folic acid deficiency. If this lack of micronutrients is established. But then also, if there is vitamin C deficiency, you might have scurvy. Scurvy, especially in a baby, there will be a lot of bleeding and all of that. If calcium is deficient, you could have those children that are born with bow leg. It is because of all these things that we emphasize the need for antenatal care. Every woman everywhere in Nigeria should please go to the nearest health facility, be it a primary health center or a general hospital, any health facility at all, for antenatal care, because we can't discuss everything here, but the health workers are there, nutritionists are there, so many experts who will tell you what you need. There are some women that have some special needs based on their health condition. During antenatal care, these things are taken care of. So to conclude today, let me go back to what I mentioned at the beginning about the UNICEF reports that listed 12 countries that are worst hit by food crisis, leading to acute malnutrition among women and mothers, especially those who are pregnant and those who are breastfeeding. 1.4 million increase just between 2020 and 2022. So what are those countries? Of course, Nigeria there inside. Not good enough. Those 12 countries where there's been increase in malnutrition in mothers include Afghanistan, number 1, 2, Burkina Faso, Chad, Ethiopia, Kenya, Mali, Nigeria, Somalia, Sudan, South Sudan, and Yemen. No country deserves to be on that list, and definitely Nigeria shouldn't be there. We must demonstrate political will. We must do everything we need to do to ensure that there is food security and ensure that our mothers, both the pregnant women and those who are breastfeeding, have enough food, have enough nutrients for their optimal health.